Hello, everybody. It is Drop Gems. I am today with another gem on your front doorstep. Yes, I am knocking at your front door. I'm dropping a package. It's not Amazon. It is Drop Gems, and I got another one for you. It is Murder by Numbers, 2002. So, Murder by Numbers. Yes, 2002. Starring Sandra Bullock. That's it. That's the headline. Sorry, Sandra Bullock. And yeah, so and a future big time Hollywood star in Ryan Gosling. You see him right here. He is in this movie as well. And Michael Pitt. I know you don't know him, but you know him as a character actor from a couple good movies here and there. So let's stay focused on Murder by Numbers, guys. This awesome movie Rant. Yes, I'm so surprised at myself because I'm doing a Sandra Bullock movie and it's awesome. Oh shit. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome for her. Congratulations to Sandra Bullock back in 2002 though. So anyways, let's talk about this movie. Let's do an awesome movie rant on this shit. So we have a really a great cast, okay? A wonderful cast of actors. Three strong, blam, thank you ma'am actors. And Sandra Bullock right at this time is on the rise. Sandra Bullock at this time is fresh. Sandra Bullock at this time, I like her at this time. She reminds me of your sister, you know. She reminds me of a family member. She reminds me of. She plays the part very well as a hurt, damaged, untrustworthy, unstable person because of what she's been through. So it's cool, and what she's about to go through. What is she? How's she gonna act to it? How's she gonna react to it? It's a great movie, great acting, a great plot, a great story, great action at times. You know, not even action. It's not even action. Here's the thing about these actors: they make the drama action filled. They make the talking, the speech, the interrogations, the crimes, the interactions between the two friends, Gosling and Pitt here. They make it believable, and you buy it. And like I said, you wanna know more, and the relationship between these guys, man, they must have did some work outside of this movie because I really like it. In the school that they go to and all that for a brief moment, if they even focused on the school more, it would have been fucking awesome. But it's a good movie for the most part. You know, it has a 6.1 as you see here on my IMDb. So you know, they did their job, what they came to do back in 2002. It's a long movie, but it goes fast, and we're gonna watch a trailer together, and that's fucking it. All right, you're gonna sit by this motherfucker and watch a trailer, and then we're gonna lead the plot, and that's it. And you're gonna like this shit, and you're gonna tune into this shit. All right. I believe I watched it on HBO Max. Anyways, this ain't the trailer, is it? No, it's not. So let's get to a little bit of this trailer because I got to show you this. And the trailer probably doesn't even do it justice because the movie is supremely good. The movie is, you know, it's great. And there's one actor here though. There's a besides opposite Sandra Bullock. I don't know his name, but he's a cop. You'll know when you see him, and you know he falls short. He falls short, and that's it about that. You know he falls short. There he is. This guy falls short in the tie and all that shit, and he's all like trying to be smart ass with Sandra Bullock, and you know Sandra Bullock is giving him some, you know, and he's being a smart ass about it. You know who does that? Sandra Bullock, bro. You're lucky you're even in her fucking boathouse. So anyways, on her couch, she's letting you touch her toes. You're lucky, dude. You don't even deserve that. He's a shit detective anyways because he's blocking Sandra Bullock on all her leads and on her hunches. You know, he's cutting her off and saying she's unstable, she's not thinking straight. That's why these hunches are coming, and they're not viable. There's no substantial evidence to her claims. But she's a detective, so she's doing her job. Help her do her job. Support her in her this fuck. I don't need to explain that, do I, guys? So it doesn't make sense why he's so against her making these claims against these fucking murderers. You know, these fucking kids, man. At the end of this movie, You're not expecting how they show you how they murder this poor woman, this random, because that's how they do it. They do it. I'm spoilers, fuck you if you don't know, because you should go see this movie anyways. I told you that earlier. Doesn't matter. You should have already saw this back in 2002. Know what the fuck you're doing here, listening to me. But anyways, so like I said, this murder that happens is it's intense, man. The way they show it, and there's a twist in there and everything at the end. I'm not gonna. I don't really don't want to. We're gonna ruin it in a second, but this fucking Sandra Bullock trailers keep coming up. It's like they just won't play the same fucking trailer because she's so spectacular. Let's play this shit. So I'm tired of this. Let's go to the images. Check out Gosling doing his thing as a young up and comer in Hollywood. He does the role. You believe his cocky attitude, his arrogance. You believe that he is the head honcho murderer, the leader of this pack. But in all reality, spoiler alert, it is Mr. Michael Pitt who is the leader. He's the murderer. He's the guy that's hands-on. And it's fucking cool because he plays. It's just great acting, man. And you know it. You know it. So let's go to the plot. Fuck that. I amped this movie up enough. This rant of a fuck movie. And Clint Mansell with the music. But here's the thing about the music, guys. I know there's an opening credits on the music. There's a main theme of this movie, but I can't remember it. Can't remember the jingle, the jolly. Clint Mansell fails us in this movie when it comes to music. He just didn't give a shit. I guess maybe he didn't think Murder by Numbers was going to make much money, which it didn't. Which I don't know why. I don't know who was up against that year in 2002, but probably some strong motherfuckers, and it lost. Look at that. They're drinking some kind of cool concoction he makes. Some intoxicants. It's pretty fucking cool. They don't really follow up on that, but that was sweet. It was interesting to know what was in that. Anyways, let's get to the fucking plot here. So we got Richard here. That's right, Richard Haywood. How can I forget Mr. Ryan Gosling? And then you got Michael Pitt here, Justin. And I'm gonna try to whatever Justin, and they're high school mates, man. They're classmates, and you see them, and they at first you see them in this movie, and they're not friends. You don't think they're friends, but as we'll see, that's all a lie. So Richard here, Mr. Gosling, of course, is rich and famous, basically, of the school. He's brilliant. Well, he's a brilliant introvert, it says here. But anyways, I'm gonna do this shit on my own. Fuck Wikipedia. I'll reference it if I have to. So anyways, seen this movie a million fucking times. Oh, that scene is good. Oh, that's a good scene, man. Like, they must have did something on the set, or, I don't want to make accusations I have no proof for, but you can tell there's chemistry between these two on this scene. Look at that. Beautiful. It works. So let's go to the plot. Let's finish this shit off. So, kept you long enough, and you should be watching this movie by now. So anyways, telling me how good it is in the comments, or how bad it is, how shit it is. Tell me, Rant. So anyways, this fucking guy, right? So they, you're introduced to Sandra Bullock's character because she shows up at a murder. There's some girl that's wrapped up in a plastic bag. After you're introduced to these two fuckheads, there's a murder, and you're introduced to the two main detectives here. They're gonna work this case. You're gonna see in most of the majority of this movie, you're introduced to the murder victim, this random poor woman has been murdered, and then you find some evidence. Anyways, you're followed along here with Sandra Bullock as she collects evidence and yada yada yada. And then the main story here follows these two characters, Mr. Gosling and Mr. Pitt here, Justin and Richard. And Justin and Richard, such perfect names for them, suburban, perfect names, so beautiful. There's not much difference in them when you think about it, because he has a great, cool room, house, and so does he. These guys' rooms and houses are phenomenal in this fucking movie. So I don't know how he's living in the slums or how they're different. But anyways, it doesn't matter to me, because their motivations are the same. Their mission is the same. Their goal is the same, and they are dying to achieve it. And they were going to make someone die to achieve it. The feeling, that's what they want. They want to know. So anyways, it's a realistic motivation for murder. So it makes sense. Murder by Numbers. I'm not going to go into that shit. I sound like an idiot. So anyways, they go collect evidence, what I'm saying? I'm not going to give the fucking detail shit. Oh, close this the fuck out. And yeah, the detail shit. But anyways, there's murder involved. So anyways, yeah, so she's working this case and all this shit, and during the meantime, she's been through some traumatic things with her ex-husband or ex-boyfriend who left her for dead at one time, so she can relate to these murders, especially this case, because she finds the woman exactly how she was left in a ditch, just left like a piece of trash, left like a piece of garbage, and that's of course despicable. And she is supposed to. She's getting letters from this man, this ex-boyfriend, month after month, because he's getting out and he wants her to give him parole, by saying some good things about him, that he's changed and all this shit. But she knows it. She knows how close she was to death. This man has not changed. He deserves what he gets. He should be locked up forever, just like maybe the murderers of this poor child, this poor young woman. So, anyways, fucking A, man, a lot of shit involved there. So anyways, she ends up having a relationship, an intimate relationship with her partner there, and the partner's all mad all the time for some reason at Sandra Bullock. I don't know why. You ask me, because she's just uptight watching Matlock. I mean, when you see this movie, you'll see why, and it's like, okay, because what? She makes love and then tells you just to go home? Ugh. And he's annoying the way he talks about it. Anyways, I'm ranting so much, and I want to cut I want to cut my tongue out. I'm done. Anyways, you're introduced to these guys, and basically you're following mostly Sandra Bullock as she collects evidence and tries to figure out who did this murder of this woman. And the stuff she's going through personally, which is cool, man. They do it justice. They do it well. And of course, the two. Man, you got Ryan Gosling and Michael Pitt here to follow, and boy, oh boy, they entertaining. And you just want to know, you want to know more. The movie is very, very good at what it wants to accomplish and what it wants to show and do and tell you, and the motivation behind these two guys. You believe that shit, 100%, and it's viable in my book. And okay, let's get to it. So, anyways, Sandra Bullock it finally figures out that this guy's, Ryan Gosling's involved. Richard's involved somehow, and then because he's lying about being friends with Mr. Pitt here, and yeah, he is. And she finds that out, and like I said, there's that cool scene here. You'll like that scene. Great picture. Fucking explains that scene in a nutshell, and a whole shitload, and he's got his nutshell, I'm sure, ready to go. And check this shit. So, anyways, you basically get to the point where they can't hold this secret in no more. Shit has gotten too far out there. But you know why? Because they were sloppy in some ways. And guess what? Nothing's ever perfect. There's never the perfect crime. And this is what that movie says. There's never the perfect crime. No matter how much you plan it out to the T, or you think it's going to go the way you want it to go, it doesn't go. And that's life. It doesn't go the way you want it when you walk out that front door and you don't want to get mud on your shoes. That's basically what they're saying, because you will get shit on your shoes. You will get mud on your shoes and track it all over the place. That's basically what they did. And she was able to decipher from the evidence when they did it, how they did it, what time they did it. And the only question here is who did it and why, because she didn't know their motives to really why. Like, she kind of did. Like, it's strange, she didn't really know, but her motive, she wanted to know really who did it. Like, because she know they both did it the way the woman died. The autopsy probably revealed that she was died by strangulation or what have you, or a manner of death that would, make her come to the conclusion that one person was responsible for this murder or could do the murder, but two of them was involved. So who did it? And she comes to the conclusion, of course, based upon the evidence that she has collected, and her partner does finally come around to the fact that these two guys are involved, these two children here, teenagers, and somehow, some way they're involved. And they interrogate them, and it's a great scene with the interrogation. You don't know who's going to crack. This movie's winding down, and something's got to happen at the end here. They meet up at this house that they like to chill at and chillax at, and they're going to dome themselves, some double murder suicide shit, to just, that was the original plan. They had this shit all planned out. And, like in life, like this movie says, shit don't go as planned, especially when you got Sandra Bullock hanging on your shoulder, breathing down your fucking neck. You can guarantee that your ass is going away for a couple years. So they come to their plan, and they say, we're going to execute our plan because we're going to kill each other. We're going to kill each other. Make sure we're dead. Oh boy, did they ever. So they didn't do that, though, because Mr. Pitt here, Mr. Justin, is very smart, smarter, in fact, and more conniving, and has more foresight, more knowledge of people in their interactions and how they tick and operate than Mr. Gosling here. Then we find out, and Mr. Gosling's gun is, of course, they're gonna kill themselves. Excuse me. Let me redo that. They're gonna kill themselves, not kill each other. And they're gonna kill each other after they don't fucking. Mr. Gosling has no bullets in his gun, so it was a fake out. He was gonna let the poor Justin here dome himself and take the blame and live on in his mansion and live his life, blaming Mr. Justin for all the murder there. And yeah, there's no bullets in Mr. Gosling's gun. So, anyways, Mr. Pitt here pulls the gun on him, says, "Oh, you fuck, did all this shit. Now you're just gonna let me kill myself and take the blame and all this shit. You're gonna live? Oh, you motherfucker! You should have committed, the ultimate price with me." Anyways, Miss Bullock shows up. Sandra. Yep, Sandra to the rescue. Breaks down. No, doesn't break down the door. None. Just comes in and there's a firefight with this little pistol the kid has, and between her 9mm, and of course she runs out of bullets. She has a hard time taking Mr. Gosling down. He's a fighter. He's a little scrapper. Man, he's a little scrapper. Look at that look on him in this movie. He is a little fucking son of a bitch. He is a little punk in this movie. So he scraps, bro. He scraps her, and he's gonna kill her. Because at the end of this movie, he's gonna throw her off this balcony, as you can see here, this fucking ledge, this dock. And it's a close one for Miss Sandra, but of course she finds the power in herself to overcome Mr. Gosling's murderous plan and his murderous intentions, and put her own fight into gear and kick it in fight or flight, as they say, and she fights instead of flying down to the bottom of the fucking cliff. And yeah, she fights Gosling off, and he's toast, man. He's fucking done. He flies off the mountain here, and boy, oh boy, it's a cool little scene. It's CGI, of course, computerized, fuck shit, but it's cool, man. It looks okay. You want him to die. You want him to get what's coming to him for what he has done or was gonna do. And yeah, even you want him, because at this point in this movie, you think it's Gosling. You think it's Gosling. He's the mastermind. He's the murderer. He's the hands-on guy. He put his hands on this woman and killed her. He fueled Mr. Justin to do this. Look at him. He's smoking cigarettes. He's taking acid. He's doing bad things in a fast car. He's picking up chicks in his car. He's getting it on with Justin's wannabe girl, imaginary girlfriend. The girl there, the blonde chick. You'll know what I'm talking about. I didn't explain her at all. Anyways, so yeah, that's the end of this movie. And let's get to the end of this movie. Excuse me. So Mr. Gosling's dead. Bullock is alive, and so is Mr. Pitt. Because at the end of this movie, as you see here, at the end, she's hanging on to Mr. Pitt here. Justin comes out and saves her, and it seems like it's a redeeming thing. Because at the end of this, it's a hard little decision. Hear this out, guys, and tell me what you think in the comments. What you would do, please. Because this is very important to me. I want to know what you guys would fucking do at the end of this movie if you were Bullock. So she finds out that Justin is the real murderer. He's the guy that had the hands on. He's the guy that planned this. He's the guy that fueled it. He's the guy that executed it. And he's the guy that, like I'm telling you, put his hands on it and, made it happen. And did it. It's his vomit at the scene. It's his DNA at the scene. Of course we know that. But it's him. It's Justin. Justin. Wow. And you're just blown away, a little bit. Because this whole time this movie's telling you it's someone else. It's telling you it's Gosling. It's telling you that. You believe it. But it's not. So a little detective work does. So Bullock gets it out of Justin, the truth, and she turns her back on him. And that's it. Movie over. She has the strength after this to go to that parole hearing and put that ex away more for longer. And that's cool, man. It gives this event that happened in her life, gives her the strength to move on and accomplish other things, and give her the strength to do harder things in her life. So it worked out for the best for her. And she plays the role well. So hats off to her, respect her for doing this movie, man. And the kids as well, man. Mr. Michael Pitt and Ryan Gosling. Love it. Good movie. I'm ranted enough about this shit. Enjoy it. Watch it. It's a great film. Peace.